On today's video, I'm going to be showing you how to get the fabulous rod inside of Fisch. Now, that was weird. I actually have the rod now, so I can give you the best strategy for every part of the quest. Now, I will be showing you firsthand what I would recommend best for everything, and also I'll be doing a little bit of a giveaway later in the video. So first things first is going down into the calm zone to get to this. Now, I'll be using Traveler's Whistle. If you need a video, I'll have a video in the top right corner for how to get down to here. So this rod, this isn't what it looks like now. I mean, there's a skin on it. It looks like this. So the rod normally looks like this. And I mean, it has a decent passive. Now, as a quick note, if you are not willing to spend, depending on how much time you can, put into it or how good you are at the game, numerous days trying to get this rod, then I would honestly recommend rethinking your choices, because this is a very hard rod to get. So what we're going to be looking at is the best way to complete this. Now, I just got to get over into the calm zone. Now, inside of the calm zone, to get to the NPC, I found it best to come over to this left side right here with all these crystals, and then like climb up this spike right here, and then jump off this spike to this, and then jump off this to here, and then just climb this way. I don't know if there's a better way to get here, but that's just the easiest way I found to climb this. So once you are up here though, you're going to talk to the fabulous deity to start the quest. As a quick note, you're going to have to be level 1000. Yeah, so if you talk to it and it says it'll say your level is ridiculous enough if you're not level 1000. I wouldn't honestly recommend getting this rod if you're not max level, just in general, because you won't have enough progress in the game to be able to. So first things first is the first starting quest. So as you might know, there are multiple stages to this. There's fabulous beginnings, fabulous findings, torment, and a finale. So I'm going to be going over these. So the first one is going to be the fabulous beginnings. So this one, as you see, you're going to have these 3 quests. Now, my best recommendation for each of these, firstly, starting off, you're going to have 2 rods. So firstly, you're going to need the sunken rod. I'd honestly recommend just getting invincible enchant on this. It's going to save you a lot of time. So if you get invincible on the sunken rod, now if you don't know how to get the sunken rod, I'll have a video in the top right corner. That'll be how to get the sunken rod. You have to do a quest for it. And then for the other rod you'll need, which is the rainbow cluster rod, I would recommend getting something like Herculean is beneficial, but blessed glittered is going to be your best bet, considering few fish you're going to have to catch the shiny or sparkling and the mutation from the fish or the rod itself. So you're going to need both of those. I'll have a video in the top right corner for the rainbow cluster rod if you want that as well. But as a quick note, we're going to need both those rods. Now, the first things first is the starting quest, fabulous beginning. So the first one, you're going to need to catch 2, currently it's 2 shiny sparkling handfish. So this is going to be relatively simple. So the handfish is going to be over at Sunstone Island, or not Sunstone Island, Mushgrove Swamp. So I'm not really going to, do too much running around. I'm just going to show you it. So handfish is going to be from Sunstone or Mushgrove Swamp. This is going to be mythic. I'd recommend honestly for everything you're catching. If you can use an Aurora, I would recommend using the Aurora specifically, because you're going to be using a lot of money to get this rod regardless, and I think it's worth it for that part. But I would recommend using Auroras for the most part. Shiny sparkling, I would recommend using the Destiny rod for this. I mean, there's no best rod, but this is probably the best rod for it. So Destiny rod with blessed and glittered is about a nearly 20% chance for shiny and sparkling, which is pretty good, but you're gonna have to get both of them. So I'd recommend using sundials till it says tonight has boosted luck for shiny or sparkling, and then whichever one it is, use the totem for the opposite. So if there's shiny boosted luck, use a sparkling totem, and then same for the or vice versa. Now, the second one in the fabulous beginnings is the sunken mutated shark. So the sunken mutated shark, this is going to be caught down in the depths using the sunken rod. Relatively simple. The sunken or the mutated shark, this is just one of the more common mythics you're going to catch. This has, fish head, nighttime during winter, largest caught, not too big, so it's not much of a concern for kg size on the rod. Once again, I still would recommend getting invincible on it. You're going to need exalted relics. But as a quick note, the last quest requires getting this whale shark right here. So if you want this whale shark, I'm giving away this one that I do have. So comment your Roblox username down below, leave a like, and I'll be giving this one away since this is needed for the last quest. Now, as another note for the quest is you have to complete them yourselves, except for that whale shark one. That's the only one where you just have to have the fish. You don't have to complete it or catch it yourself. All the other ones you have to literally catch the fish. But the next one is going to be the sparkling Nova frozen walnut. So there are 2 ways you can get the Nova enchant. Firstly, it's going to be using the starlight worm. Now, you can get the starlight worm from doing, pretty much the only way you can get it is by using doing the angler quest. You have I think it's like a really low % chance to get like 2 to 3 of them, and they guarantee the Nova enchant. Now, the issue is you'll have to grind for these and get a ton of them, and then also get, sparkling and also catch the frozen walnut. walnut. So honestly, time-wise, if you're trying to do this fast, I'd recommend just using a starfall totem. And you can also get these from the angler quest, which is going to be your best bet, or getting them during an actual starfall event itself. Now to get this is really simple. All you're going to have to do is go over to the overgrowth caves and fish it up there. It's only mythic, so it's not really hard at all. But once again, it's over in the overgrowth caves at the Northern Expedition. Now for the second quest, Fabulous Findings. So this is one of the more annoying ones. I think the third one is the most annoying. But first quest, you're going to have to get 200 Dumbo Octopus, which is going to be caught over at Roslet. So the best spot I have found is this section right here, where you just fish into the side of where the pufferfish area is. But this is the best spot I've found to catch it. Now you're going to have to get 200 of these. No other requirement. You can use whatever rod you would recommend or want. Now the second one you're going to have to catch is a sunken ancient depth serpent. So this is going to be back in the depths. So inside of the depths, the ancient depth serpent. So this is spawnable via the absolute darkness. So absolute darkness has a 10% chance, I believe, every 6 minutes to start in the depths during nighttime. And pretty much what's going to happen is it's going to get really dark, you know, and the zone's going to spawn in, and it's like a golden circle. If you use the fish radar, you can see it. Only way you can catch it, and then you're going to have to use the sunken rod. Now as a quick note, once again, as you see, KG highest caught 1800. You still do not yet need invincible on this rod. You should be fine. But once again, I still would recommend getting it because some other, you know, along the lines, you're going to need it for fishing in the brine pool. So you'll need invincible regardless, and also for the higher KG. Now the final one for this one is getting a shiny rainbow cluster voltfish. So the voltfish is going to be caught over at Sunstone Island. Really simple. Shiny rainbow cluster. This is where, once again, I would recommend having the blessed and glittered on it if you can. I would only recommend, like how I have on mine, getting Herculean whenever you're getting on the last one, where it's actually hard to catch the fish. But for the most part, you pretty much just want to do that. Now that is going to finish off Fabulous Findings. Now the Fabulous Torment, this is the third one. This is going to be the harder one, or honestly, in my opinion, hardest. So the first one is going to be getting a sunken spectral serpent. This one took forever to get. I think it was like 30 spectral serpents before the first one actually has sunken on it. Now you can bail safe, where you like purposely fail catching it till, you know, you get what you want. But I mean, it's kind of hard to look at what if it has the sunken enchant or mutation on it. So you're gonna have to get that. That's going to be down in the brine pool. If you don't know how to get down to the brine pool, I have a video in the top right corner you can click on over to. But the brine pool, inside of the brine pool, it's really rare. Like even with an Aurora, the recommended bait, you know, Merlin's luck, all that, it's like a 2% chance at best to catch it. So really difficult. But then the third one, I'm going to skip the second one real fast. The third one in that quest is the sunken brine phantom. This is also down in the brine pool. It's just a legendary. So I would honestly just stay down there, keep fishing. You have to catch 3 of these. You know, it used to be you had to get 3 spectral serpents with the sunken mutation, but then they made it 1. Thank goodness for that. But the brine phantom, you still have to catch 3. Now, the second part of this third quest is the baby pond emperor. So to get the baby pond emperor, you're gonna have to go over to Snowcap Island, get up to the top part. Now at the top part, you're gonna get this is like the exotic for the zone. So you're gonna catch the exotic here. This is a minus 80% progress from what I can remember. It is very difficult to catch, especially considering the fact you have to catch 30 of them. I think it might actually, yeah, it's minus 80%. It's a big pain in the butt, but you only have to catch 30. Same to the Dumbo octopus, you just have to catch 30. You don't have to have the rod or anything, so you can use a rod you're really comfortable with using, something like that. Now that'll finish the third one, and then the final one, this is going to be the Fabulous Finale. Now I've seen people say they're gonna make the quest harder if they actually do buff the rod. I hope they don't, because I mean, I already have the rod, so I don't care. But for the people still trying to get it, the Fabulous Finale. So there's 3 things you're gonna have to do. First thing is catching a shiny rainbow cluster crystallized sea dragon. Now the crystallized sea dragon is going to be over at Calm Zone. You can get over there using the Traveler's Whistle if you've completed the bestiary there. But you're gonna have to get this sea dragon, rainbow, shiny, or rainbow cluster and shiny at the same one. Very hard to get, but you're gonna have to get this. This is where you kind of need to have luck, because now the reason for this is the crystallized sea dragon has a base, I mean like the lowest it can possibly go, kg of 50,000, and the rainbow cluster rod has a max kg of 50,000, meaning you're pretty much gonna have to get very lucky. Now if you had invincible on, now the crystallized sea dragon, once again you're gonna have to have that. I'm not gonna lie, my game just crashed and I forgot where it was. But now the sunken Skyla. So the sunken Skyla, this one you have to have invincible on the sunken rod. Now the reason for this is the Skyla's base kg is way higher than the sunken rod has a max kg of, so you have to get invincible on it. Now you can get invincible and chirogenic or something like that but you pretty much have to have Invincible. Now, the next final one, now the Sunken Skyla as a note, you know, Skyla is really simple to spawn in, just spam sundials. I think it's a 2 or 3% chance that it spawns in at the start of a day or night cycle. So, I mean, that's pretty straightforward. Now, the last one, which is return a shiny mosaic whale shark to the Fabulous deity. So this is where the whale shark I am giving away came from earlier. Once again, giving this away. Comment your Roblox username down below. Leave a like. Giving away that whale shark. You can get this a normal whale shark, and then you just appraise the crap out of it. It's really, really simple. So once again, just get a whale shark and just keep appraising it till you have shiny and mosaic. You can have sparkling like the one I have. You just have to get shiny on it. But shiny and mosaic is pretty much all you need on that. And then you go back to the deity and hold it out while you talk to them, and you will be able to get the Fabulous rod. Now, for the most part, that is pretty much it for this video. This is a pain in the butt rod to get. Good luck.